adapters, you can choose which monitor you want to use. In this case, I want display 1, and then you can tap OK, and there my screen is. So then if I wanted to go and start recording, I've done everything. What you can do is come to the audio mixer.
Billy Bob.
Just to go and get your audio levels right, you may want your desktop audio quieter than your microphone, because otherwise your computer sounds are going to make you can't be able to hear it because it's too loud.
This is all for fun. I know that some of you guys may disagree or may not like the ideas, and that's okay. If you have any criticism, then please do let me know in the comments. The game is canceled, and I'm gonna just make one concept since I honestly really enjoy doing this. That will be it for the intro. Before the video starts, y'all know the drill. Make sure to do what 2011X is telling you on the bottom left. And let's get started with it, y'all. So, first off for Tails, we have the passives. Tails has Animal Sense and the Metal Sonic Heal. I will not be removing any of these passives. And he's going to receive a new passive called Quick Fix. What this passive will do is that when Tails is standing next to a survivor, he can now lower their cooldowns at a 1.25x rate. Though this passive only works with one ability at a time and one survivor at a time. If multiple abilities from the survivor are on cooldown, then this passive will only lower the cooldown of the one with the longest cooldown when Tails finds a survivor. After the ability gets off cooldown, then the sound effect will play, letting Tails know that it successfully worked. But this passive will have a drawback, being that this will not work with Cream's heal. Cream already having very good healing that eliminates progress in seconds for the EXE. It would be unfair if Tails could help her do that even faster, so it will only work for Cream's dash. Sorry to all my Cream mates out there. And sorry to my Metal Sonic mates out there, but if you are healing next to Tails, then you will not receive the the cooldown buff. Since, come on, this would make Metal an absolute demon. Well, that was the only Tails passive I had planned, and now we can get into his abilities. First off, I want to say that the glide is going to remain the same. And I know I said I wouldn't take ideas from the Alchemy scene, but come on. The carrying for the glide is actually a great idea, so we can give Tails that. I actually do like that idea. This is also in a very hypothetical world where Tails' glide actually works and does not glitch out. Because if it actually worked as intended, then it would be way better than it currently is. Alright, now, the second ability, the cannon charge, this is the one that's actually going to receive pretty impactful changes. So, Tails will have two firing modes based on how long he's charged his cannon for. There will be a short mode and a long mode. Both of these modes will keep the 40-second cooldown. The way this ability will work now is short mode will be a shot. This is not a laser that Tails will obtain when he charges the cannon for 2 seconds. This will be a 2.5 seconds, no knockback. Long mode, on the other hand, will be the actual laser. Tails will obtain this mode when charging the cannon for 5 seconds, performing a 6-second stun when hit. He can also knock the EXE back and keep the laser on the EXE, so this functions just as the normal laser. This helps Tails have slightly better survivability, though, since it is a shot, the short mode is a shot, this means that it is much harder to aim, because it requires precision. Unlike the laser, which you can drag it around to hit him, but no, the shot needs to be aimed precisely if you want to hit. It is a very high risk, medium reward because you only stun for 2.5 seconds. The reason I gave the 40-second cooldown, even if you use a short stun, is because it's not meant to be your main stun. You're supposed to always be going for the long charge mode. But if it happens that you really need to use a short mode stun, then you have it there. With the laser cannon out of the way, we can now get into the third ability, which is going to be a recon ability. At the moment, though, I don't have a name for it, so I'll just call it recon mine or something. So, how will this ability work, you ask? Well, Tails will now have 3 mines. He can place these mines around the map, working a bit similar to Tripwire, except if an EXE passes through one of these mines, the EXE's position will be highlighted for 3 seconds to the whole team. The EXE can destroy the mine though by getting close to it and M1ing it. Tails will take 3 seconds of placing each mine, and the placement of each will have a 15-second cooldown. If he uses all 3, then the ability will enter a 30-second cooldown. He can only place more mines if one of them gets destroyed, as he can only have 3 mines up on the map. The reason I like this concept for the ability is because it helps Tails know where he should be positioning to shoot the EXE if they go through the mine. It's not an ability that saves his life, but definitely lets him position better if an EXE carelessly walks through a mine. Also, it has enough counterplay for the EXE as they can just destroy it by M1ing it. The ability would have a pretty big hitbox, so you don't need to be very next to it to hit it. And with that, that's the best and most fair I could come up with a third ability for Tails, but we're still missing one thing. And that's the LMS. Tails is fairly strong in LMS, 50% damage resistance, and also his cannon charge up in 1.5 seconds with a 15-second cooldown. So to implement his different cannon charges, Tails can now shoot the short range after 1 second of charging the cannon. After 3 seconds, he can then shoot the long mode shot. They will function the same way, and instead the cannon will have a 20-second cooldown now. The rest of his abilities will be staying the same. Now that we have the elements out of the way, that would be it for my rework concept for Tails. I had a lot of fun doing this character, and I asked for a lot, and I mean a lot, of feedback from people for whether these abilities seem balanced or not. It is clearly a very different route to what the OM team was trying to go for when reworking Tails. Also, for my next video, though we're not going to do survival this time, we're actually going to do EXEs, which I have been wanting to do for a while. I'm playing EXE the most. I'm going to start off with 2011 and stuff. And yeah, that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the support recently. If you guys want to keep in contact with me, make sure you join the Discord. It's going to be down in the description. For those who don't know, every Friday we run viewer level it was, which you guys still accepted. We can't see anything. There we go. Oh, we missed a punch. Did I say Fleemer versus Colossus? Okay, I meant Colossus versus Knuckles. What am I saying? That's 2 and 1s down to 90 HP Knuckles. This is the grab. There goes a punch. Save the punch, though. There goes a charge. We do miss it. We bump into the wall. Are we going to try and go for the... Oh, no. Oh, no. That is really bad. Knuckles, you need to